Hello, my name is Jennifer and I wanted to start making some YouTube videos about makeup and stuff because, well, I've been watching a lot of them recently and I think that they're brilliant. Like, I love pretty much all of the stuff that I've watched, and I think sometimes you can get really sucked into them because it's like, oh, if I buy that palette I could do that, and I don't think that in a lot of cases I necessarily could. So I wanted to kind of do the like average Jane's version of some makeup videos and just test out some products, see what works when you have not a lot of makeup skill. I can't be the only person out there that isn't a professional makeup artist but loves makeup, doesn't necessarily have the skills but wants to give it a good go. I thought that I would start off by just kind of showing you what I do day to day. I just went shopping and I was just going to talk about the products that I bought, and then I realised, why just talk about them when I could just use them all, because I ended up getting like a foundation brush, and then some palettes that can do bronzers and blushers and eyeshadows as well. So it's basically a full look. The only thing I'm going to be adding is moisturizer and mascara and some lip stuff. It's a full look with what I bought, and I figured the best way to talk about it and show you what the products do is to do it on my face. So that is why I look like this. I don't normally. Not that you would know that, because this is the first time my shiny little face is appearing on your screen. As you can see, I do have quite a lot of redness in my skin at the moment, some blemishes, very pale. It's what happens when you live in Scotland. It rains a lot, it's cloudy, not a lot of sun to be tanning your skin. Before I talk to you about anything, actually, I'm just going to put some of my moisturizer on. This is the Clinique Redness Solutions Daily Relief Cream, and I'm just going to put this all over my face. This is not new, I've had this forever. I use it all the time. I do have quite dry skin. At the moment it's not that dry, so I'm just using that day and night. And then when it's a bit drier, I use some of the Bare Minerals oils. I think they're Bare Essentials or something, at night, and I'll kind of work that into my skin, and I use an under eye oil from them as well. For me, it works really well because I do have such dry skin. But if you have oily skin, I wouldn't recommend it. Although people do say you should put oil on oily skin, but to me that just seems like, why? I don't know. I only need to use that like once every couple of weeks or so, because it just like refreshes my skin with moisture. The first thing that I bought is this brush. It's the YSL foundation brush. It's called the Y brush, and it says number 5 on the back. So I don't know whether it's known as the Y brush or number 5, but either way it's brilliant. You can kind of see there's a Y shape, which is why it's called the Y brush, and you're supposed to put the foundation in that dip and then buff it onto your face. Sorry, my dog's trying to come up. Like it, get down. Okay, fine. Actually, she's so little that she's still not really in shot that much. Oh, she's gonna come. This brush is like the softest thing ever. When I bought it, I was like, oh, maybe I should return my dog, buy like 4 of these, and then just strip them all night. I think it would it'd give me the same level of satisfaction, and it'd poop less, so that's always a plus. I do usually prime my face with the Prep and Prime spray. I don't have that in front of me right now, and the pup's too comfy to be moving her. You're supposed to pump the foundation into the middle of the brush, but I didn't buy the pump. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix NC15 for pale people. And what I'm going to do is just pop some of that all over. Oh my god, this is way too much. We're going for a full coverage day, apparently. And then I'm just going to buff that into my skin. It's a really dense brush, so it goes on really nicely. I was really struggling before I got this brush, which is why I kind of splurged a little bit and got it. But I was really struggling with like your standard foundation brushes. So like this one, it's just a plain Sephora foundation brush, one of the flat ones. But I found that I would get lines on my face, and if I was trying to really buff it in, it'd still have like a direction to it. So I like the idea of buffing rather than just brushing it onto my skin. There we go. So it's just a nice even coverage. Now I look a lot less red. My skin is a lot kind of smoother toned. Well, it's now all one colour. Now I'm going to try and put this back in the bottle because I just really shouldn't have got that much out. When I'm on the last of the bottle, I'll be very sorry that I did that. What I'm going to do today with my face is just like an everyday, I'm going to work today. So that sounds like I just pick and choose the days that I go to work. That I work shifts, so I've been off the last couple of days. So what I'm going to do with the makeup, which is where I was going with that, is just try and do a really work appropriate look. I work at a hotel, so it can't be anything too like bold, just subtle, natural, everyday, easy. I'm going to use a little bit of concealer just where I need it. This is the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light Eye Brightener. I don't use it under my eyes because I use something else under my eyes, but this is a really nice just little concealer. So I'm just going to dab some on where I think I need it. Yeah, that's about it really. My skin's not too bad at the moment. And then I'm just going to use the Bare Minerals Max Coverage Concealer. It is actually for the pressed powder, but I like to live life on the edge, so. For under my eyes, I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. Brightens up my under eye area. So I'm going to bring that quite a long way down onto my cheek. And just up in the corners, just a little bit. Can you guys actually see anything that I'm doing? I should move the camera closer. Okay, I'm going to lean in. Yeah, just kind of dab that under there. And I also put a little bit, I don't really need to click that again, just on the bridge of my nose. Because I do have quite a wonky nose. It is what it is. Work what you got. I'm just going to use my finger just to kind of blend that in. I could use the YSL brush again, but because it is so dense, I find it does kind of press quite hard, and I just don't really want to put that much pressure under my eyes. And then just in a really straight line. Da, 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 da. Now that my skin is looking all one colour, we're going to add some other stuff. So for my eyebrows, I'm not going to use a soft kohl eyeliner pencil. I'm going to use the MAC eyebrow pencil, just the normal one. It's got a really cool like twisty thing. Can you see it? No, it's all blurred. There you go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You twist this bit and it comes up. And that is in Lingering. All I'm going to do is just bring that lightly, 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 just on the edges. Why is my mouth open? Don't worry about that like super harsh edge there. I'm going to blend that out. And the dog's not liking that I'm leaning on her right now. I say that's what you get. This is actually a brow pencil from Primark that I got that I don't actually use. And I'm just going to just use it to just kind of buff to just soften up that inner edge. I'm going to clip my hair back actually because I want to be able to see. That's some messy clipping. Moving on to another new thing that I got the other day, and these are from Bare Minerals. They're actually on sale at the moment. I think they're quite, well, I think they brought them out for the summer, last summer, so they're trying to get rid of the stock, I think, because they've taken like £15 off the set. It came in a box like that together. So we've got the Beautifully Bronzed and the Gorgeously Glowing. The Gorgeously Glowing has 3 eyeshadows here, and then it's got the blusher just there, yeah, and a highlighter, which it's not light enough for my skin at all, but it's pretty. And the Beautifully Bronzed, much the same. You've got 3 eyeshadows, oh my god, I'm never gonna get used to this, just here. And then you've got a lighter bronzer and a darker bronzer, and it also has a lip gloss. So I'm going to start off with the bronzer. And for my bronzer, I'm going to be using, it's going to be like elbowing stuff left, right and centre. 2 brushes. What am I doing? I'm just chucking stuff around the room. I'm going to be using 2 brushes. I actually, they're Bare Minerals brushes, but they're just both called Flawless Face, even though they're completely different sizes. And there is actually another one as well, little Papa Bear, another just full face brush. So I use these 2 for my bronzer and my blush and my highlight actually, and I'm going to use the lighter bronze with this colour. Just going to find a shadow in my cheek, and I'm going to look really good doing it. Feel like Popeye right now. Sailor Man. That wasn't Popeye's voice. And I'm just going to bring that up, down, all around, shake it all about. It's not how that goes either. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Then I'm going to use the little brush for the darker colour. I'm really going to try and take a lot of that off the brush because it's really, really pigmented. And like I said, I'm going to work. I don't want to look like I just came from holiday. I only had 2 days off. I didn't go to like Spain. And I'm just going to bring that right into that edge there, in that shadow, a bit there, and a little bit on my forehead. Blow it off, dab it on my leg, and tap it off. That's how little I want on this brush. And just clean my brush off on my neck. Oh, where's she going? What have you seen? She loves having her head scratched. I wish you could see this. She's like, to be honest, that's what I look like when someone scratches my head too. There's no judgment. Now I'm going to move on to the Gorgeously Glowing. And again, I'm going to take the slightly bigger brush, the medium-sized brush of the 3, and use the blusher. Slowly bring that up the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to use the smaller brush and just give that a really good wipe on my leg because that bronzer really does stick to it. Oh, now you're just going to lick the makeup off my leg. The highlighter. Just up there. Yeah, and then that's my cheeks done. Just a really like fresh, glowing makeup. Can wear it every day. Now I'm going to use a Bobbi Brown Eye Sweep brush and just take some of the Opulence, I think that's the one I want to use. It's not the one I want to use. And I'm going to take that and I'm just going to buff it all over my hand. I'm actually going to take it in the bronze palette first. And it's the Magnate, just there. Just going to be really messy with that. It's just going to go absolutely everywhere. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush, also a Bobbi Brown. This is the eyeshadow brush. How did they come up with these names? And I'm going to take some of the Kismet, which is on the Gorgeously Glowing palette, just in the middle there. Oh! Ow! Bounced off my toe. I'm going to take the Kismet into the crease. And then Just gonna tidy the edges of that up with my finger because I'm very low maintenance. I'm gonna take some of the Apropos, brilliant name for an eyeshadow, which is just that, it's like a sparkly brown, just there. And I'm just gonna put that into the V, just there, and slightly along. So it's just a really, just gives some definition to my eyelids. I prefer to keep it something that I am not gonna end up like all down my face. The False Lashes Extreme in black, which I'm gonna need to buy because I love. It's just got a little brush there. I'm presuming that that's the same as what it is in the full size one. But it might not be, I really don't know. And for my lips, I just got some new lip stuff, so I'm gonna try one out. I feel like this is quite a nice neutral colour. It is the Rouge Edition Velvet by Bourjois, and it's the Don't Pink of It, number 10. God, wouldn't it be great if your job was just to think of silly names for makeup? Oh my goodness, I love that lip colour. And that's that. That is how I do my makeup every day. I'm going to put a link to all of the products I used in the description. So if you want any of them, I can really recommend everything that I put on my face today. I've used them all for a while and love, 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 love. So I'll put the links down there. Feel free to check them out. And I'll put up another video soon of all of the lip stuff. And by I bought a lot, I mean 7 lipsticks haven't arrived yet. Yeah, I'll let that sink in. 7 lipsticks haven't arrived yet. And this is what has arrived. I'm super excited for tomorrow's post. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching and I really appreciate it and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day.